friends, this is Dr. Amarjit Kaur, Professor of Accounting and Business Communication at the Department of Management, Gurugram University, Gurugram. This is my privilege to be with you to discuss on collaboration skills. We are going to discuss in this next few minutes that how to develop an environment for collaboration, and also how to showcase your collaboration skills if you have on your CV, during your interview, during your selection process. So this is the agenda for next few minutes. So friends, collaboration skills, as we know, are the skills to work with others, work effectively with others, right? So that the end goal is achieved, so that you as an individual are you are benefited, as well as the company for whom you work is also benefited. So collaboration skills are very, very important in nowadays, because the business scenarios are getting complex by every passing day. Now the teams are such that they have members from diverse cultures, diverse countries, diverse areas, diverse departments. So it becomes essential for everyone, in fact imperative for everyone, to learn how to collaborate. So we are going to discuss that how to create that collaborative environment at any workplace, so that the individuals are benefited as well as the company is benefited. So let's discuss them now. So how to create collaborative environment? The first point is establish a common goal or common goals. Number 2, set up a workflow. Number 3, identify strengths. Number 4, be an example. Number 5, consider incorporating technology. Number 6, encourage honesty. Number 7, share expectations. Number 8, schedule regular meetings. Number 9, try team building exercises. Number 10 is offer feedback. Number 11 is analyze your company's culture. So we are going to discuss these 11 points in detail now, one by one. So the first point, if you really wish to create a collaborative environment at your workplace as a team leader, as a CEO, as a manager, so the first thing is you establish a common goal, right? It could be more than one goal, so in that case common goals, right? So what does it mean? A goal which can be achieved by all those people who have collaborated or whom you wish to collaborate with, right? Because you are, as a company, you are trying to create a culture. As a team leader, you are trying to create a culture of collaboration, right? So establish a goal which is common to all. Okay, so all those who are involved. So it could be developing a new product. So or let's say writing a common project report, or writing a proposal, or going and meeting a client to sell something. So common, there's a common goal. So this, if sales is happen, that sale is achieved, this is going to be the benefit of that sales is going to be given to all the people who are involved. So the first thing is that there should be common goal. It's not that you do this and you do that, you do this, you do that. No, we have to have a common goal for those people who are collaborating. We can actually create small groups of collaborations, small collaborative groups within one team, right? So these 4 people of X team, which is a larger one, let's say 30 people. So these 4 people, they are from the technology side. They will be working collaboratively on the technological aspect of the product. These 4 people are from marketing side. They will be developing the strategy to market it. These are the people from let's say sales side. They will develop how to sell. They will look at the features or the pointers for selling it. So we can do that. That is also possible. So what is happening? These small teams which I just mentioned, they have a common goal, right? So the larger goal is one, then there are common goals for all the small groups which we just mentioned. So those goals should be established very clearly. Not only that, those goals should be communicated effectively. That is also the responsibility of the management. Just having the goals on a piece of paper and keeping it aside in your drawer is not going to help. It should be communicated loudly and clearly through written communication, through verbal communication, and it should be repeated or for times whenever there is a right time. Okay, so that is the first step to create collaborative environment. The second thing is set up a workflow. That the first thing is to achieve this target. So for the next 10 days we will be researching and we will come up with an idea what should be the name of the product, right? So we all are aware that for next 10 days I have to do this thing. After that, this is the next step. Who is involved? That is also documented, right? After achieving the second step, what is the third step which is expected out of me as a team member? So there is a workflow clearly mentioned. It is good if we could have flow chart. If we have workflow charts, there are softwares which actually mention the workflow nowadays. And the first step is achieved, automatically the software shows the next step, the next path, right? So it is always good to create a common goal and have a very clear workflow for the goal to be achieved, which will help everyone, to understand that I am expected to do this particular part of the task. Then the third is identify strengths of each of the team member. There are a couple of people whom you have put together as a team, but all of them do not have the same skill set, same strength. Even 4 people who are having the technical background, technical knowledge, let's say coding, if somebody is doing the coding, right? So we know they all 4 are into coding, but in coding there are so many different languages which are used. So this is a possibility that 1 or 2 people are expert in one particular language, another 2 people are having strength in the another type of language, right? And this is up to you as a business, as a manager, as a leader to see that which particular code, or you may give that same task to 4 people, asking 2 people of the similar kind of strength to work together, or you may like to experiment in a different way. One person who has a good strength in one particular type of coding language, another person who has a good strength in other type of language, coding language, you may put together. It's up to you what kind of combination you want to create. It bases on the problem they are supposed to solve or the code they are supposed to write, right? But as a team leader, as a business, it should be known that who has what, which strength, what kind of strengths are there with different people. That should be known to the environment. Then you yourself as a team leader, as a manager, should work as an example. It cannot be, we cannot create a collaborative environment if we are not able to collaborate with others. If we do not know, if we are not dependable, if we are not good in communication, if we are not reliable, if we do not introspect, if we do not believe into that culture. So you as a leader need to be an example. Leading by example is the best way to lead. So as a leader, if you have to lead, you should be actually showcasing that you believe in collaborative environment, you believe in the strength of everyone, you give as an example to them, you come as an example to them that how to collaborate, so if you are also part of that team, so you should give example. You can actually illustrate the situations by different actions of yours. The 5th point is that how to create collaborative environment. It is consider incorporating technology. Believe me or not, every task nowadays has become easy because of technology. Instead of just using a workflow chart on a piece of paper, we have softwares, as I was just mentioning a minute ago, which actually showcase or which actually puts the workflow very effectively. Those softwares can be used. We can use WhatsApp groups to communicate effectively. We can use emails. We can use video conferencing. We can use, a couple of such more technologies. If the team members are there, but they are collaborated, but they are from the diverse geographical location, they're in different time zones. We can have video conference, right, at a common time, which is easy for all of them or convenient for all of them to join in. So this is also technology. Video conferencing is also a technology. So nowadays we have so many softwares for online meetings. We can, within those meetings, we can use so many breakup rooms and so many different technological softwares to make it even more effective, right? So if we use technology, if we incorporate a technology at our workplace in a team's culture, the collaboration becomes more effective, the environment will become more effective. Then as a leader, it is essential to encourage honesty in the department, in the team, in the organization for that matter, right? Encourage honesty means what? That you should actually build an environment where people, if they fail to fulfill any deadline, if they are not able to do a particular task, they should be able to come forward and admit that sorry, we need more time, we could not complete on deadline. They may like to give an explanation, fine, but there should be an environment where they are able to tell honestly that they could not develop this particular product, they could not meet the deadline because of this. If that environment is there, the team is going to work more effectively. Otherwise, the blame game will start, politics will start. If you as a leader do not encourage honestly, if you give an environment where the people are allowed to express genuinely about their problems, about their concerns, about the achievements, so if they are able to speak honestly, you will have actually done a very great job in creating collaborative environment, because people need not to do any kind of bad mouthing, any kind of politics. Otherwise blame game will be there. People will unnecessarily put blame on others, will find a reason that find ways how to put someone's L in this sport. So we can avoid those spotting, we can avoid those situations if we as a leader understand the importance of honesty and an environment which is friendly for people to express. The another point is share expectations. So you as a leader should share what do you expect from the team. So that is setting up the goals, right? But make sure that you set up the goal, maybe as a one-liner it is written, but define your expectations very clearly, that I do expect this particular goal to be achieved, but by using these many resources, by having appreciation for each, by having XYZ, any other aspect. We can actually share our expectations very clearly, very precisely, and that will give a clear path to the people to work effectively as a team, right? So the collaborative environment will be actually effective if expectations are known to all the members of that collaboration. The another point is that one should schedule regular meetings. You created a team, you shared the expectations, you shared your goals as well, but if you are not able to make any follow-up, you are not able to meet the team, you are not able to schedule any meeting and know what is happening, is it a likelihood that you will lose a track. It is likelihood that your team may not be able to achieve the goals, because in we could have a small time of meeting, could be a very small time, but at least when there's an environment of honesty, when there's an environment of expression, and you are able to listen to them, you give them your ears, so then so that can happen in meetings, because there is a possibility the person may not like to write everything, right? We could not do that, this is the problem we are facing. In meetings, the person is actually, if in a meeting the environment is good, the people who are struggling with something may ask for some favor, some hand, some kind of support, and this will ultimately help you as a team leader to get your results, to get the goals achieved, right? So it's important to schedule meetings on regular basis. It could be of short duration, long duration, basis on the size and the problem you are facing, but it certainly helps. The ninth point is that we should try team building exercises. This has become common nowadays. Team building exercises where we make them learn how to trust others, how to express with other team members. Nowadays corporates are taking their employees for team building exercises to beautiful locations, at hills, at the seasides, at farmhouses. They are giving them environment, away from a good effective environment, away from that closed doors office. So they are giving them environment to open up, to express. So that is actually helping, and they should be taken care that team building exercises are carried over before the teams are created or immediately after the teams are created. Once the teams are created, the people would get to know about their team members during those team building exercises. But there's a likelihood that there's a team which is created and the members are from different geographical locations. If not, they are from different departments. They have not met before, or if they have met, they do not have got a chance to know about each other. So the team building exercises help everyone else to know about you, your strengths, your weaknesses, and you will be able to gel better with others. You will know whom to call for, whom to rely upon, whom not to, who is more reliable, who is less reliable, who is having what kind of strength or weaknesses, right? So these team building exercises are very effective and must be carried to create collaborative environment. The 10th point is offer feedback. I said we should be having meetings. So during those meetings, you should be offering the feedback to the teams who have been working. So whatever has been done so far, it's better to give the feedback there and then, instead of waiting for the end submission by them and then finding out the problems or the areas of gray zone. So it's better to offer feedback whenever possible, to individuals possible, to teams possible. It's not only to the team all the time. For times you may have to give the feedback to individuals as well, right? So giving feedback is actually seeking seeking a chance to hear to their problems as well. You gave the feedback as a manager, as a leader, and then you realize, oh, this is something which was to be done by us. This is something we could not do. This is something which we need to modify, right? It is going to helpful to you as well. So we should be offering feedback. The last point, the 11th point, is analyze your company's culture. So you just think that is your company's culture very cohesive for a collaboration or not, for any kind of collaboration for that. Or if not, then you need to work at the culture. Is the culture that where we allow people to speak up? Do we have the culture where people are open to get the feedback? They are attentive in meetings. They are reachable. They are approachable. So we have to look at the culture. What kind of culture? Do we have a flat culture, when it comes to reporting, or do we have hierarchy being followed? So because you need to make teams keeping your culture in mind, right? So, and if you are working toward changing the culture, even that could be the one of the agenda for collaboration. So, analyzing your company's culture is also important. So, these were the 11 points, friends, which we discussed, that if somebody wants to create a collaborative environment, these all should be taken care very well. Now, moving forward, the last thing I want to discuss is that how to highlight collaborative skills on different communications regarding the employment. So, that is the agenda. So, highlighting collaborating skills. Number 1 is on cover letter, number 2 is on resume, number 3 is on during interviews. So, number 1 is highlighting collaborative skills on cover letter. So, how do we do that? So, on cover letter, when we are writing to anybody for any employment opportunity, so we are supposed to attach a cover letter, right? So, on that cover letter, if there is a possibility, that you could mention your collaborative skill, how will you do that? So, first of all, you should be very careful in reading that what is required for the job which has been advertised for or for which you are applying to. If you know it, that what skills are required for that particular job, and if you are able to read between the lines and know that collaborative skill is very important, because it says the teams will be working, the job profile is working in teams with different people from different cultures, different geographical location, etc., etc. If you know that, then you will make a point to mention it in the cover letter itself, isn't it? So, how should you write in the cover letter that I am applying for this particular job, my CV is attached, resume is attached, and I would like to point out that I have worked in the past. I have worked in a diverse with a in a team which was with a diverse culture or diverse background, and we were able to achieve the goals within given deadline. So, this is showcasing your collaborative skill in the cover letter itself, on the cover letter itself, because you know that job which you have, which you are actually applying for, it is looking for the collaborative skill, right? So, that collaborative skill must be mentioned on the cover letter, and this is the way, by mentioning the success of the teamwork or you carried in the past or part of the team you were at. So, this is the cover letter. This is one way to showcase the collaborative skill. How can you showcase your collaborative skill on your resume? So, on resume you can take up two ways. One, you can make a heading, right, a separate heading that where you can showcase by putting a heading, the collaborative skills, and then you can actually put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 many such projects where you have collaborated with. This is one way. Another way could be that you actually write under the collaborative skills the elements you have to collaborate. I am good team leader, you may write this. I am good in communication, I am good in using emotional intelligence, good empathy, good organizational skills, I am a good listener. All these elements are what? All these elements are actually required by anyone to collaborate, right? So, you can put your collaborative skills on your resume in either making a separate heading or making it a part of your skills, or you can actually write in the objectives as well, your career objectives. So, to use my collaborative skills for the betterment of any company's goal, for achieving company's goal, etc., etc. So, this is the second way. Now, during interview, the third way, how can you showcase your collaborative skills during interviews? You can actually during your interviews, you can make a point to mention that you have collaborated in the past with so many people who were from diverse, and you learned so much from collaboration, right? So you are acknowledging your learning from the team. You are acknowledging that we could achieve these goals because of the collaboration we did. You are acknowledging the environment of the company you are working or you are currently working, which provides you a collaborative environment. So these are the many ways, but make sure you illustrate it with the help of some example, right? So these are the ways to collaborate, and these are the ways to express your collaboration you done in the past. You may not have collaborated, even then you can mention that you have certain traits, certain skills which are essential for collaboration. Though I did not get a chance to collaborate in the past, but I am really aspiring to work in a team, to collaborate, because I have these skills, right? You can bring out that during the interview. So these are the ways that you can express your collaboration skills during your interview, on your resume and on the cover letter. I hope I was able to explain you all the elements required for the collaboration, how to create a collaborative environment at a workplace, and also how to write, how to showcase your collaborative skills on your resume, on your CV during your interviews. With this, friends, I would like to wind up. Thank you very much.